And you're a liar. You have no idea what he's talking about. You've never really listened to him.
Are you joking? You're accusing me of being a liar?
I am absolutely accusing you of being a liar.
Sir?
Badass Uncle Sam. Possibly our worst enemy. This young lady came up and early identified herself as a journalist. Wanted to ask me a few questions. And suspicion being my course to begin with, I just assumed from her demeanor that she turned out to be what she was. She claimed to be an unbiased journalist, but throughout this entire conversation, you couldn't help but see that she was anything but. Her constant saying of the word "really," being surprised at the things I was saying, betrayed her. So you're gonna again. This is just what we're up against. I mean, this incredible lack of self-awareness in some people. They claim to be one thing that they are not. They're just the opposite of what they claim to be. This young lady is anything but a journalist. She's a propagandist. And she has been heavily schooled in the art of. But, and I doubt seriously that she's ever talked to someone like me. I think, it's one of the purposes I serve out there. I'm kind of like a beacon for some people that have never had an opportunity to break outside the shell. They're a little echo chamber. They come over and ask questions and try to challenge the concepts that they have never been introduced to. Sometimes you can plant a seed in them, but this is not one of the ones you could plant a seed in. So you know the routine. If you like it, you like it. If you care, share. If you can, you contribute. And I'll see you on the flip end of this one. Enjoy.
What do you think of the impeachment? Will Trump be impeached?
For what?
Well, the impeachment's underway at the moment. Do you think it'll be carried through?
Again, what would be the charge?
The misdemeanors in the Ukraine.
What misdemeanors in the Ukraine?
Everything that's come out at the moment. Do you think that it's founded, or with how he used Zelensky to find information?
Well, even Zelensky said there's nothing there. There's no there. They didn't feel pressured.
So do you think he'll be impeached? No.
Well, if he does, it'll be thrown out because there's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there.
Do you think he's going to be re-elected next year?
In a landslide.
Really?
Yes.
Do you think that that's the general feeling here as well?
Yes.
Yeah?
There's more enthusiasm for him now than there was in 16.
Really?
Yes.
Have you seen that in the last few years, that it's kind of...
Yes.
Interesting.
Being out here in the streets, absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
Where
Because I
most-
think journalists are mostly stuck in their little bubbles.
Okay.
They don't get out on the street, and they talk to one another,
Yeah.
and they don't
That's
understand
very
what the
nice.
people are saying.
That's very nice of you to say. Where do you get most people from who are Trump supporters?
All over the country, all over the world.
Okay, where?
But
what
certainly, I mean, this is a tourist. Well, I mean, this is New Orleans, a very touristy
Yeah.
place. I'm at an epicenter here, vortex of where a lot of people come by. So I get them from anywhere from Washington State to Florida, from Maine to California.
Okay. No, it's interesting. I have no affiliation either way.
So you say.
I don't. Have you always voted Republican, or was it Trump that made you?
No, as a matter of fact, when I was younger, I was liberal.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
But I found that, what happens, of course, is in the course of history, if you study history at all, if you watch
I studied history.
Yeah, and if you watch the trends, things tend to move left and left and left until they flip back and I give you, for instance, when I was a young man, the big thing about being a liberal was free speech and against the wars.
Yeah.
Now you have liberals stopping free speech, and they seem to be for wars.
What wars are they for?
Well, right now they're bitching at Trump because he's trying to pull out of Syria. And they're, you can't pull out of there. Oh, you're abandoning the Kurds. They wouldn't know a Kurd from a turd. So, all of a sudden they're worried about the Kurds. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Can I ask you one last thing? Is that in any way appropriate? Would you ever vote for a woman president?
Of course I would, but I would. Yeah,
so do you think something like that is appropriate to have?
What's inappropriate about that? What? What?
That's disgraceful. Come on.
Another thing I found out about liberals and is their lack of sense of humor. They've lost that. They've completely destroyed humor.
That's not humor, though. That's hate speech. That's disgraceful.
But to explain hate speech to me.
That is. Look at how you're portraying a woman.
No, I'm portraying her. Not a woman. I'm portraying Hillary Clinton.
And you've made, that.
Hillary Clinton deserves to be in jail. What? Oh my gosh, what?
I just think that it's very hateful.
Well, that's your opinion. And again, the entire war on language, which is very communist, is, the whole PC correctness is a war on language.
No, it's not. I work in language, sir, and it's not a war on language. It's not a war.
I'll put my life experience up against yours.
Wars.
I am against wars, darling. But it's a war on language.
But what about InfoWars? You're all for that? And
Do you know what InfoWars is?
Yeah, that horrible. What's his name? The guy.
Alex Jones?
Yeah.
What's horrible about him?
It's just all fake.
It's all fake?
It's so false.
I've been a guest on the show numerous times.
Have you?
Yes.
Okay. What's
I
your
know
name,
those
sir?
people. I know those people personally. I know those people personally.
Send him my love.
Yeah, and I don't find anything phony about them. What I find phony is the fake mainstream media.
Okay.
What I find phony are the commercial news journalists.
I don't work for commercial news.
Yeah, well, I find the left wing, which I think you're part of.
I said I'm not part of the left wing.
Well, you sounded. I'm sorry. You sound biased. Where are you from?
Australia.
Australia?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been there?
No.
Have you left the United States?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Are you familiar with that gentleman?
Tommy Robinson. I live in the UK.
Yes.
He's a Nazi.
God, you are a very sick person. You are an extremely sick person. Name one thing he's ever talked about that sounds Nazi.
He wants to kick all Muslims out of the UK.
And you're a liar. You have no idea what he's talking about. You've never really listened
Are
to
you
him.
joking? You're accusing me of being a liar?
I am absolutely
Oh my God.
accusing you
What's
of being
your
a
name,
liar.
sir?
Badass Uncle Sam.
Badass Uncle Sam. Okay, are you on Twitter?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. I'll have a look at your Twitter.
Oh, sure. Go ahead and look at it all you want.
No, I'm
But
very
there's nothing
interested.
you can point out to say that he was a Nazi. He doesn't want all Muslims out. Do you know his history at all?
I'm being attacked.
Do you know his history at all?
I know a lot about him, sir.
Tell me his history. Tell me how
Tommy
he started out.
Robinson was in the army, and he wants ethnic cleansing in the UK. He wants Muslims gone.
You're absolute liar right there, Jefferson. You cannot point to one thing he's ever said that would prove that.
Look at his entire court case.
What about his entire court case? Him getting thrown
And
in
him
jail
saying,
for
"I'm a
journalism?
journalist." He's
Yeah.
not a journalist. That's an insult.
Do you know how he
to us.
started out doing it? He had a shop in Luton, right? And beside his shop was a Muslim group rape ring. They were grooming children for rape.
You are
Excuse me, but he kept. No, I believe you're the one that's deluded.
Okay.
But he started.
We'll see you in
He started going to the
2020.
Not to
police.
interrupt you, but I'm gonna get two more of the Trump no more bullshit 2020 stickers.
All right, brother. All right, you got it,
Well, I hope you're happy with the hatred that you're spilling. And
lady. You are so
Disgraceful.
full of shit, and I'm calling you full of shit.
okay, sure.
All right.
We'll see who's laughing
You ain't-
this time
this
next
is
year.
this is. You see what this is right here? That's you.
That's disgusting.
That is you right there. No,
You are
lady,
a
you are
horrible,
disgusting.
Horrible man. Oh. You're not very friendly down here. So much for southern hospitality.
Screw you. I'm my southern hospitality.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I mean, yeah. And you're unbiased, right? You lying pig.
Hey, I'm with you. Support you.
You got it, brother. You're a liar, lady. A liar. You just proved yourself a liar.
Well, possibly the thing I disliked about this lady the most is that she was a liar and saying that she was unbiased. At least admit that you're one thing or another. She was obviously heavily steeped into, a left-leaning ideology. But she was dishonest in admitting that. So if you like it, you like it. If you care, share it. If you can contribute. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Pray for me out there and pray for you. See you on the streets.